What's up, guys? Welcome to a world where every dark cavern and sunlit courtyard becomes an arena for true team mastery. Today, we'll venture to places where an isometric camera reveals the full picture. Together with your friends, you'll plan tactics, divide loot, and experience unexpected plot twists. In this video, I'll talk about the most interesting new cooperative isometric view games. I'll start with Mongrels. This is a real-time tactical strategy set on the Eastern Front of World War II. The game offers a grim, sometimes provocative take on the conflict, putting you in control of Wehrmacht deserters facing the brutal realities of war. As you progress, you'll fight on both sides of the front, first in the German army, then alongside the Polish resistance. The developers emphasize a dark atmosphere, tactical depth, and non-linear missions. A key feature of Mongrels is the choice between stealthy infiltration and open combat. The game supports co-op for 2 players, who can coordinate actions by combining their unique skills, from hacking and camouflage to heavy weaponry. Missions encourage experimentation and use of the environment, while the bleak visual style and harsh atmosphere underscore the hopelessness of war. MISTERY. This is an intense cooperative action game with horror and social deduction elements, designed for 8 players. You'll enter an anomalous abandoned city where paranormal events unfold, and your task is to stabilize the situation. But it's not that simple. At random moments, some players become infected traitors whose goal is to sabotage the mission from within. In an atmosphere of constant distrust, you must explore locations, fight monsters, and activate special lamps that create a protective barrier against evil. By day, players gather resources, craft equipment, and try to figure out whom to trust. By night, you defend against waves of creatures, including bosses, while traitors set traps and carry out sabotage. The Ascent. This is a spectacular cooperative shooter set in a grim cyberpunk world, where up to 4 players can fight side by side. You find yourselves in a massive megacity controlled by soulless corporations, and you're a mercenary drawn into a struggle for survival after the sudden collapse of the main corporation. The streets are filled with chaos, gangs, and combat drones, and your mission is to survive and uncover the truth behind the catastrophe. Gameplay is styled as a twin-stick shooter, focusing on dynamic battles where mobility, accuracy, and timely use of abilities are crucial. The game offers an advanced upgrade and modification system, allowing each team member to create a unique fighter with a personal playstyle. The Ascent is perfect for cooperative play. Sworn. This is a 4-player co-op action set in a twisted retelling of the King Arthur legends. Camelot has fallen into darkness. Arthur and his knights have become possessed monstrosities, and it's up to you to restore balance by swearing fealty to the fairy lords. The world of Sworn is inspired by comic book art, vibrant, high contrast, suffused with dark magic and grotesque imagery, creating an unforgettable atmosphere as you journey through a cursed kingdom. The gameplay delivers a thrilling roguelite adventure focused on teamwork. Each knight wields powerful effects and spells granted by the fairies, combinable, amplifiable, and deployable in myriad ways. The combat system is both flexible and varied, and procedurally generated battlegrounds force players to adapt on the fly. UNDECEMBER. This is a hardcore action RPG in the spirit of Diablo, emphasizing deep customization, a bleak atmosphere, and co-op combat for up to 8 players. The world was once under the protection of 12 gods, until the sudden arrival of a sinister 13th being shattered order and plunged everything into chaos. You become rune hunters, battling the army of darkness with melee weapons and powerful runes that bestow diverse magical effects. A highly flexible progression system lets you build truly unique characters. Runes can be mixed and matched with equipment, and a vast perk tree opens up hundreds of development paths. The story campaign supports up to 8 players, with boss raids, PvP battles, and guild activities. There are no fixed classes. Each hero is forged by the player's choices, making every build one of a kind. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Splintered Fate. This is a cooperative action roguelike in which the iconic Turtle Quartet reunites to rescue their mentor. Splinter has been kidnapped by the Foot Clan and their leader Shredder, so the days of suicide relaxation are over. Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo embark on a fast-paced adventure through the streets and sewers of New York, battling hordes of enemies and overcoming deadly trials. Gameplay hinges on roguelike mechanics. Each run is unpredictable, with random buffs and mutations that alter your combat style. Each turtle has unique stats, fighting styles, and elemental abilities, enabling both solo maneuvers and devastating team combos. Battles are intense and demand coordination, especially against adaptive bosses that grow stronger and deploy new modifiers. Splintered Fate truly shines in 4-player co-op, where everyone's strengths come into play. Wizard of Legend 2, the sequel to the dynamic action RPG where young sorcerers vie to become living legend. This time, heroes face a new magical arena of floating islands, fraught with deadly traps, agility challenges, and swarms of enemies. Your goal is to reach the Cup of Immortality, proving your power and mastery. Each run tests reaction speed, spell knowledge, and team coordination. 4-player co-op allows you to weave elemental abilities together, amplify magical effects, and carve a path through chaotic traps and hostile creatures. Fallen players can be revived, but the Elder Mages watching won't let you rest. Each success prompts even tougher trials. Wizard with a Gun, an unconventional co-op action game that fuses roguelike, survival, and magic, literally, since Wizards fire guns loaded with enchanted bullets. Players enter a distorted world where darkness is consuming all life, and nature and technology have fused into bizarre forms. Your mission is to explore ruined biomes, scavenge resources, craft gear, and survive as long as possible against the encroaching chaos. Co-op supports 2 players. Partners must share resources, combine unique spells, customize their tower refuge, and face off against bosses, where the right magical ammo build can turn the tide of battle. Enchanting bullets makes each firearm an experimental artifact, and completing quests yields not only vital supplies but also stylish outfits to help you stand out in this grim realm. Ship of Fools. This is a cooperative roguelike about bravery, idiocy, and the storm, where 2 players take on the roles of fools who decide to save a world plunged into a sea apocalypse. You command a clumsy but armed ship, battling hordes of sea monsters and fending off threats right on deck. The setting is grim, but with a bright cartoon aesthetic reminiscent of a mashup between Lovecraft and Saturday morning cartoons. Gameplay demands clear coordination. 1 player loads and fires the cannons, while the other repairs hull breaches, adjusts the sails, or fights off boarding monsters. Each voyage along randomly generated routes offers a chance to discover valuable artifacts, upgrade the ship, or go down in ignoble doom. As in the best roguelikes, death is not the end but an opportunity to prepare better next time. Darksburg. This is a cooperative action game with ARPG elements, in which up to 4 players fight waves of the undead while exploring an infested city. Made by the creators of Northgard, it swaps strategy for a dynamic Diablo-style experience that pays homage to titles like Overwatch and Left 4 Dead. The roster of heroes is a grab bag of archetypes. Levels are divided into 3 zones, each with its own density of infected and mini-story. Enemies feel eerily familiar, as if they've escaped from Left 4 Dead or Dead by Daylight, yet combat remains exhilarating, with opportunities to use the environment to your advantage. Gameplay is a relentless co-op brawl, featuring skill progression, gear collection, and survival against zombie hordes. Force of Nature 2, Ghostkeeper. This is an unusual hybrid of action RPG, survival simulator, and sandbox adventure set in an alternate reality. The game plunges you into a world where magic and science have intertwined and portals to other dimensions have transformed the planet's ecosystem, now inhabited by creatures ranging from mystical to outright hostile. Co-op mode lets you play with friends, share resources, gear, and even homes. Together you can complete quests, delve into dungeons, and explore the mysteries scattered throughout the storyline. While narrative isn't front and center, it unfolds through quests and exploration and the world's atmosphere, populated by gods, portals, and magical fauna, keeps you engaged. V Rising. This is an atmospheric vampire action game with survival, RPG, and base-building elements, where you awaken after a long slumber as a vampire seeking to reclaim your power and influence. The game blends dark gothic aesthetics, dynamic combat, and a thoughtful progression system in a semi-open world. You start among ruins and gradually rebuild your grand castle, complete with tombs, alchemical labs, and servant halls. Survival hinges on blood harvesting. Different types and qualities affect your abilities. The sun is deadly, so you must hide by day and hunt by night. Combat spans melee weapons and dark magic, featuring bosses, elite enemies, and PvP modes. You can team up with up to 10 other vampires in co-op, share your castle and territory, tackle dungeons together, or invade rival domains in PvP. V Rising truly excels in cooperative play. Ghostlore. This is an isometric action RPG in the spirit of classic Diablo titles, inspired by East Asian folklore. Players choose one of 6 classes and battle demons and mythical beasts using a unique glyph system, magical symbols that empower your character and weapons. The combat system revolves around combining class skills, gear, and talismans with rare effects. In 2-player co-op, you can clear levels together, complementing each other's abilities. Glyphs allow flexible build customization, and boss fights demand tight teamwork. Archvale. This is a vibrant side-scroll shooter with RPG elements, where up to 4 players embark on a journey through a ravaged world to destroy an ancient evil and reach the sealed Fairy Valley. The world is filled with cursed enemies, traps, and bosses, and each region offers unique trials and loot. Co-op mode makes battles even more dynamic. Players fight waves of foes together, gather resources, and craft over 200 types of weapons. The progression and perk systems let you tailor your character to your playstyle, and the challenging dungeons demand precise coordination and mutual support. Windblown. A 3-player cooperative roguelike action game in which heroes face powerful foes on floating islands, moving at lightning speed and dying in a single hit. Every death is part of the loop. Players memorize enemy patterns, refine tactics, and return stronger. Your arsenal includes unique combat skills, passive bonuses, and special artifacts that aid in battle. You can wield enemy weapons, mix and match equipment, and discover unexpected tactical solutions. Windblown is built around endless improvement and synchronized teamwork. Minecraft Dungeons. A 4-player cooperative action game in the style of classic dungeon crawlers, set in the Minecraft universe. Players explore procedurally generated dungeons, battle hordes of enemies, and hunt for treasure. Instead of building and mining like in the original, the focus here is on combat, gear collection, and character progression through enchantments and unique weapons. The game offers simple yet engaging mechanics that are perfect for co-op play. Each hero can choose their own fighting style and equip gear that complements their tactics. Regular waves of mobs, traps, and powerful bosses require close teamwork, and each victory unlocks new customization and exploration options. Stolen Realm. A turn-based cooperative RPG for up to 6 players, in which friends journey through a shattered magical world to reclaim stolen fragments of reality. Players explore enchanted lands, battle foes, and gather the lost pieces of the world while building their own magical home. The combat system combines deep role-playing customization. Players choose a class, configure their skill tree, and create unique builds, from a warrior wielding a radiant blade to hybrid mages with powerful crowd control effects. Baldur's Gate 3. A richly detailed action RPG with a cinematic story in which the protagonist is infected by a mind flayer tadpole, granting dark powers but threatening to transform them into a monster. Alongside a party of 4 companions, you venture into the Forgotten Realms, where danger lurks at every turn, from bandit raids to primal beasts. Advanced environmental interaction lets you use everything around you, and life-shaping decisions can alter the fates of your party and entire cities. Gameplay blends open-world exploration with deep, tactical turn-based combat. In the campaign, you'll delve into dungeons, undertake main and side quests, manage companion relationships, and enjoy pastimes like swimming or feasting. 4-player co-op amplifies team play, combine spell effects, share resources, and make crucial story decisions together. Warhammer Rogue Trader. This is a tactical RPG strategy with turn-based battles. You assume the mantle of an ancient dynasty of space corsairs and take control of a trading empire, moving your flagship between star systems. In your travels, you'll face pirates, xenos, and chaos cultists, and each hero in your squad has a unique skill set. 6-player co-op lets you form flexible teams and combine your strengths to tackle the boldest missions. Some comrades specialize in close-quarters combat, others support allies with buff abilities, and still others unleash devastating area of effect volleys. Coupled with trading mechanics and political intrigue, you'll gain unique companions and allies capable of turning the tide of negotiations or battles. Jagged Alliance 3. This is a tactical turn-based RPG set in a tropical nation after its president has vanished. Players hire and manage a squad of mercenaries to rescue the president and restore order. The campaign blends political intrigue, negotiations with local factions, and classic combat operations, from capturing rebel bases to stealth raids for resources. In 2-player co-op, you can not only complete story missions but also launch your own excursions, looting villages, recruiting locals, and trading with criminal syndicates. Settlement management and tax collection add strategic depth, and the nonlinear design lets you choose between direct confrontations or cunning guerrilla tactics. I hope you enjoyed learning about these fresh titles that can already offer you unforgettable co-op adventures today. Whether you prefer strategy, action, or loot-driven gameplay, there's something here for everyone. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.